This is actually the most significant effort towards neocolonialism of colonizing us since slavery. Greetings, Daniel Thomas here from the Love March movement. Yo, I have an update for you. Red alert. There is a serious agreement before our government right now that the European Union is hoping that we sign. It's the ACP-EU agreement, African, Caribbean, Pacific, European Union agreement. Teachers, parents, everyone, listen up. If you care about the future of this nation, if you care about children or you have children, if you care about your freedoms as an individual in the current Jamaican society, you need to hear what is gonna happen if we sign this trade agreement. Let's back it up back to the start so we understand exactly what we're talking about. The ACP-EU agreement, it spanned 20 years and so it's up for renewal again. The initial one that was signed in the year 2000 was pretty chill. Mostly focused on economic reform and infrastructure strengthening and poor relief, things like that. So on February 11, 2015, the European Parliament actually decided that they want to have a principle in the ACP-EU agreement that's going to come. They want to put a principle in it called non-negotiable human rights. So they infuse the document with a whole heap of wildness. Okay, and so I'm gonna just take one excerpt of the Caribbean Protocol and that just done everything there so already. This is Article 48 and Paragraph 7. Okay, it says that we should commit to the full and effective implementation of the Beijing Declaration and the International Conference on Population and Development and the outcomes of their review conferences. That may sound benign, but when you check those review conferences, reviews done like by the UNFPA, they led a review of the ICPD. If you look at the one, the Bali Youth Review of the same ICPD or the Montevideo Consensus on Population and Development, these reviews are radical. Almost every evil thing you can think about concerning the family. We're talking about promotion of same-sex marriage, abortion. We're talking about comprehensive sexuality education. So you take, for instance, our situation that we had in 2012. There was uproar by parents who said that their 7th grader was being taught information in school. You know, in these books, they were asking them how they know they don't like a particular sexual behavior, which is unnatural. You understand? They were being asked questions like, how do you know you're not a homosexual and things like that for 7th graders. And that is mild compared to the actual full-fledged nature of some of these review conferences and what they're promoting. It's talking about a revamping of our entire education system, our entire culture really, and it's legally binding, and that for 20 years. And guess what? The Jamaica Coalition for a Healthy Society, they wrote to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressing concern about these things. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs said, no man, don't worry, everything all right. We're just going to interpret it based on our own laws. We're not going to implement anything that is not in line with our own Jamaican society, right? But the document is so clear. Once you sign to it, the thing is legally binding with punitive powers. Yo, if you thought that bad, the thing is even worse in real life. This document is so clear about how high it holds adhering to the human rights protocols. In Article 101, they highlight that for a number of different areas, if there are issues between parties in disputes, one party doesn't feel like the other party is fulfilling their obligations, then there will be a consultative process that will span 60 to 120 days to determine what the issue is and to try and come to a resolution. But for two areas, Article 9 and Article 18 of the general provision, there is no consultative process. If there's a breach of it, they just boom, hit you where it hurts with those punitive measures. Okay, guess what those two articles are? Article 9 is about human rights and Article 18 is about weapons of mass destruction. Yup, they said it. If you go against their principles of human rights, their ideas concerning human rights, which they have laid out so clearly, for example, in the Matic report and also in their 2015 document, Sexual Health, Human Rights and the Law, if you go against that, you open yourself to serious measures against you. So they're very clear. There's no room for you to just apply what you want. This is legally binding and it's punitive and it's gonna last 20 years. So what can we do? We must oppose the signing of this document in its current form. All right, we need to encourage the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to say that we're gonna have to have a caveat in this document if we are gonna sign it. All right, that is extremely important. This is actually the most significant effort towards neocolonialism of colonizing us since slavery. Okay, this cannot be what we signed to for our 60th anniversary of independence. This would be crazy. It would be handing over all our culture and our ideas concerning Jamaican family life, handing it over to Europeans. They are completely different from us in terms of our perspective. We should not give up our rights as a people, especially in these areas which are fundamental to our existence. So we're encouraging persons, comment on this video, like the video, share the video, and get persons informed about what is taking place. Call your elected representatives, call your MPs, let them know that you don't want Jamaica to sign this document. Okay, this is extremely, extremely serious. Big up yourself. We have to fight for this generation. We cannot sign this document for 20 years. Nah, brother. That nah go work. We not depend on that. We not depend on what them depend. So, yo, make we stand up strong and stand up straight for righteousness. Eternal Father, bless our and guide us with Almighty and keep us free from evil powers. Big up.